of Marathi long distance agreement because there are some interesting cases different from Hindi. So, okay. And if you have found out some NDA cases of your own language, then you can give that insight as we go on. Okay. So the morning session, I'll be just talking to you. Okay. So I'm mostly using the board. I just need to see the data. So basically in Marathi there are a couple of domains in which long distance agreements seem to happen. So I'll be just talking about some domains of LDA and their properties, and then I'll talk about some curious case, something that I found very curious in Marathi. So apparently it looks at the outset that the long distance agreement is happening out of the finite clause, which is a surprising thing. So there is this one construction where it is almost like Hindi, the ana to no construction. Marathi also has something like that. So I can say, so this is round dative, car, drive, and this ta part is the infinitival, which some people have actually tried to break this as the and a being the archaic locative, and the the is the imperfective marker. So I'll just gloss it as together as infinitive for the time being, and this is the come word which has not been come. So, and this is third person singular feminine. So in this construction, this agreement is with Gadi, because Gadi is third person singular feminine. You see A on the matrix verb. Okay. So instead of Gadi, if you have something else, yeah, truck. Truck चालवता, and then this becomes येतो, the masculine form. Okay.
But the infinitive does not change.
The infinitive doesn't change. So all the examples of typical LDA that we have in Marathi, the infinitive actually does not agree at all.
Okay.
So this is something that we haven't seen in Hindi, because the long distance agreement happens without the infinitive agreeing locally.
Okay. Okay. But is this infinitival able to agree in the first place?
No.
Okay. So then a hypothesis would be that it is going. So analytically, one could say that it is going through that. It just lacks the ability to agree. So because if there were other places, right, where this infinitival could agree, but it's not agreeing here, then we would say it's skipping.
Right.
Right. So this would then be like the Hindi permissive construction, right? Ram ne sikha tu gaadi chalane di, right? Chalane is just happens to be in the oblique, right? The oblique form, oblique infinitive cannot agree. It's just stuck in that. It does not display agreement. So the question is this a form? So I guess a related question is there infinitival agreement ever?
No.
No. Okay, so then in a sense, this example does not technically exemplify skipping, or it could exemplify skipping, or it could not. We
don't know that. Yes, we don't know that. The imperfective, so if we actually accept the traditional analysis of breaking ta up into the imperfective and the case marker, then the imperfective has agreements otherwise. But this ta form, when it becomes together, it's just sort of stuck, fossilized. Okay.
So what is the archive supposed to be a case marker?
It's an archaic locative case marker. We don't see it anymore.
Okay, sir. Okay. And is this also the infinitive ending that we get with verbs like want?
No.
So John wants to eat an apple.
No.
No.
So I'll talk about that
Okay.
at the end. Okay. That's this is one long distance. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, the natural English one, right? Okay. So from to now that's not so natural. But is the the marker. Um, Second case of agreement is long distance agreement is the permissive also. So apart from this, there are a lot of constructions in which the non-finite verb takes some, so it looks something exactly like Hindi karne ko, okay, but what happens in Hindi is that as soon as you get ko, the long distance agreement is blocked, right? So what was it? हाँ, उसने गाड़ी चलाने दी, राम ने मेरी को गाड़ी चलाने दी, you see long distance agreement, but if you say राम ने मेरी को गाड़ी चलाने को कहा, then you do not see agreement because the ko blocks. Okay. Now what we see in Marathi is that you get exact corresponding construction, but the so-called ko marker doesn't actually block the agreement, not necessarily. So example of this is राम ने मेरा So this is Ram agative, Mira dative, books, that is neuter plural. I form is a kind of oblique infinitive, and then you get the co marker la, which you see here also, and then imperfective. Sorry, perfective. Okay, so Ram told Mira to read books. That's the natural English translation. And now you see that this is the infinitive form. You get the dative case marker over here, but still the matrix verb agrees with books, which is the embedded argument actually. This is however optional. So this is the most natural preferred construction, but you could also say Sangit la, and then you see the marker, which is the default third person neuter. So in that case, because the matrix subject has a ergative case and the matrix object has a case too, the matrix verb has no unmarked argument to agree with. Okay. In that case, you get the default agreement, but optionally it can look into the embedded clause and agree with the embedded object Mustafa.
We get only Pustak is
Yeah, so that's why I put it in plural, because if you say one book, then because this is neuter, it looks exactly same as the default agreement. So, like I said, you can get an option of not having the long distance agreement, but the most preferred natural unmarked construction is with the long distance agreement. Okay.
Was there optionality in the the previous
No,
one?
no, that's obligatory. It was obligatory. Okay.
And so either way. I mean, that is, it's unclear why the permissive permits agreement and when the co-blocks agreement elsewhere in Hindi, and here we see no blocking at all. So this is instructive.
Right. The same infinitival form also comes in other capablative construction. So I'll write that sentence too, and like this, it's optional. Okay. So Ramla Kal. Okay. This is Ram Dative yesterday. Yeah. Just a second. Just the black pen. Where is the black pen? Huh. Okay. Books. Read infinitive dative is the same form. This verb, like in Hindi, jamna, bal jamna, but we don't use it like that. Here it means manage or was able. Perfective, third person, neuter, plural, neg, plural. So what this means is Ram did not manage to read books yesterday. Okay, and we see the same infinitival form, Vatsala, with a dative case marker on it, and still the matrix verb agrees with the books. Okay. Even this, like the earlier example, in this case also the long distance agreement is the most default unmarked situation. You could possibly have the default agreement also, but it sounds more marked. Okay. So the optional agreement here also, long distance agreement. Okay. Another construction is yes, yeah, okay. No, you can use it with an affirmative also. Okay. Yes. Which one? The yes. So the marked form will be Zamlanahi. This will be the third person neuter singular, the default agreement, and the nahi negation will also not have any marker which agrees with this. But this is so it's without, it's a default agreement and this is marked. It's possible, but this is more marked.
So agreement is more marked or the default?
Default is more marked. Long distance agreement is more natural. Okay. Similarly, with the same construction, we have another example, which is the something like periplastic causative. So, I should make a list of what I have already discussed. So there was one construction with this takam and so vi la del vi la zam and something like this. So Ram adjective. Ram. This sentence would mean Ram made Meera read books. So Meera. I'm sorry. Books. and this is the cause. Singular, plural. So again, in this case, the E form of lovely goes according to the pustaka, okay, which is actually embedded. So Ram made Meera to read books, okay, which is the embedded clause. Even in this case, the long distance agreement is optional. You can have the default agreement, but like the other examples, it is marked. Okay. So I could have louder, but that is more marked than this. So LDA is preferred. Okay.
Is this verb loud used anywhere for anything else, or it's basically what it does?
No, it is like the lagna verb in Hindi, which has extremely wide range of meanings. This is actually the alternate form of the transitive alternation form of lagna.
Okay, lagana. Okay.
So lagana. That. So I can use it in as a main verb also, like in उसने मुंह को color लगाया.
I see. Apply.
So, apply. So this is apply construct actually. So laugh. Okay. And okay. So far this is fine. Huh.
Can you give an example where instead of books, because here books is
Neuter plural case.
can be masculine or plural?
Okay. This will be singular feminine. Okay. So okay, I should make it plural because then the feminine form is the same. So plural. Poems. Yeah, this form will not change, but then this will change. It will become lavya. The default is the which will never change. Whatever, if you have books, poems, or whatever, this will not change. But this is marked, and lavya will be third person feminine plural. Okay. Okay, fine. We have yes. Ram made Meera read poems. Okay. The same form actually comes in the purpose clause also, the same infinitive with a dative construction, but in that case it doesn't trigger LDA. So shall I give that example also, the purpose clause? Okay, there is a
I think that would be useful. In
construction.
fact, I meant to ask you about cases like so.
Mm-hmm.
We saw it. We saw that with Ram ne Sita ko किताब पढ़ने को कहा, you got LDA. It was surprising because you had ko there, but on the other hand, it's still a compliment, right? He told her to do something. So one case where we would not expect to find LDA would be where we have a similar kind of clause, but that clause is an adjunct, right? So Ram ne let's say Ram ने War and Peace पढ़ने के लिए Russian सीखी. So Ram learned Russian to read War and Peace.
Okay. I had an example with the read itself again.
Okay,
So
yeah.
shall I give
Yeah.
that? Okay. So this would mean Ram invited Meera home to read books.
This is the same purpose, the purpose clause economic.
So now, yeah, this is a purpose clause. The other ones were not purpose clause. To read books is a purpose clause. So in that case, Ramagative Miradative books. Read infinitive dative, the same form as we see. Call. And now we see the default because both the arguments of call or invite are case marked. It doesn't agree with either of them, but now it doesn't look down into the embedded clause and agree with the object of the embedded clause. And because this is a purpose clause, this is actually an adjunct clause. So the other examples that we saw were all complement clauses where LDA happens. In this case, LDA doesn't happen. Okay. Then we have the permissive. Of course, we have something that looks like the purpose clause, but in that case, we do get LDA. It looks like it, but I need to tease that out a little bit more.
Can you
Yeah.
show us that example?
Yes. So it's actually possibilitative, so probably it's still complement over there. What this sentence means is yesterday we got to chat a lot. Okay, so this is yesterday we dated lot chats. The noun chats. This is hit, which does not mean hit. Dative. Get. Perfective. Feminine plural. So the get verb agrees with chats, which is feminine plural. Okay. This would be the infinitive clause. Okay. And my hunch is that it is actually a complement, so it's not a surprise that you get LDA in this case, but you do not get optionality over here. This is obligatory.
What about there's a variant of this in Hindi, something like, maybe I'm just calcing this directly. कल हमको खूब गप गप कल हमें खूब गप मारने को मिली. खूब I mean, so गप्पे को yeah, कल हमें खूब गप्पे मारने को मिली. So it's
So, and in your case, it will have long distance agreement too? Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
गप्पे मारने को no, for I mean, well, it definitely, I think for me I have to say milli. Yeah, it's definitely possible to say milli. Maybe there is some कल हमें खूब गप्पे मारने को मिली.
Okay. Probably, maybe it feels like this has actually become an argument of the main verb or something, and that probably can explain why obligatorily you have to get a long distance.
I see. So it's we got technically here. So we got chats, and then maybe then the infinitable clause is some kind of you're controlling into the
Right. Right.
But for gappe, you if you exclude marne ko, would you say gappe mile or gappe mile?
No, so we are not saying that this is the embedded clause becomes an adjunct, so you can't drop it, but maybe there is a big pro in the embedded clause which is controlled by Gappe. In that case, Gappe would actually be, overt Gappe would actually be in the matrix clause, right? So then it's not a surprise that it argues.
I'm not asking if it was not an infinitive, right?
Huh.
Then gappe ka does does it become gappe mile or gappe mili?
Mili. Right? In Hindi, what happens? Okay. Mili.
So it is singular. No.
Feminine. Okay, so Gappe, I don't know what's the gender. Feminine, okay.
No. So is it agreeing with gappe or not?
Yes.
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 In the Hindi construction, it is agreeing with them.
Okay. So, yeah, go on.
You were talking about this matrix of Milli and he spoke about how it needs to be plural, the subject in order to take Milli. So is the plural coming from the subject perhaps?
No, the subject is dative.
The subject is dative, right? So it could not be coming from the subject. So.
And do you get optionality there? Gappe marne ka Milli?
In Hindi?
Yes.
No, right?
My judgment is no, but there is some variation here.
Okay.
But for in Marathi, it's not optional.
It's not optional. What this kind of data also tells us that LDA in different constructions probably have different analysis.
Yeah.
Okay. Then we also have the permissive, the same Dena construction that you see in Hindi, and the infinitival form is different. And in that case, we see obligatory long distance agreement. So
when you write, I want to sort of one thing which is very cool in the Marathi data, which you don't see in Hindi, is in Hindi, if you look at all of these NDA constructions, the infinitive looks more or less the same in all of them, right? The most difference that you get is now versus name, right? So the agreeing form and the non-agreeing form. But in Marathi, what you see is that Hindi again, like Hindi is a language, I mean, it may be a good place to start, but it lulls you into very simple analyses because if you look at Hindi, right, you say, oh, infinitive na, end of story. But you look here and you have so many different infinitives, right? So it makes you ask, what do you mean by infinitive?
And this, for the want of a better gloss, I'll just keep calling U as an infinitive. Maybe some people have called it as gerundive, but I'm not quite sure that it actually has a nominal gerundive status. Okay, care. So Ram let Meera read books, and you see this infinitive clause, books read, right? And give matrix verb agrees with pustaka, the books. Okay. Now it's possible to replace this infinitive by the padne ko also in some cases. Despite that, you still get long distance agreement. So just because you have replaced this by the I la form doesn't make it optional. It's still obligatory. So this could be. Of course, that construction would be ambiguous in a purpose clause and the permissive clause. Okay. So we get third, let. Okay. And then there is a curious case which I wanted to talk about. Yeah. Yes. So what do the other Marathi speakers think? Can we have the default agreement here?
If we consider books, then singular.
So change books. Take
Singular.
Kavita, which is poems in singular, feminine singular. So can I say Ramne Mirala Kavita Vatsu Dila?